system approaching perfection.
We'll walk deeper into the belly of the beast if it means I'm able to further limit risk.
Hi guys, this is Danny from the Crypto Show, and I'm here with Moritz Bierling, and we're in South Beach, Florida right now. So you see the waves, right? Yeah, no, we're at Voice and Exit in Austin. This is Voice and Exit 2018. There's a lot of different things going on here, but there's been some Bitcoin, blockchain type stuff going on, and I want to talk to you about South America for one. But I also want to talk about smart contracts.
Yes, that's what Bitcoin then evolved into, where they tried to do new things, but the theorizing that led up to that being an actual conceptuality was mostly coming from the idea of vending machines, where you have this idea, you have a machine there's no human operating that machine. You're giving it a coin, you're kind of making it do something by pinging it. So you get something and it gives you something. So that's the idea of a smart contract. Now applying that to blockchain space, that's what Ethereum, what the whole pitch for Ethereum was. You can do smart contracts. You don't just do money, you do smart contracts where you make the machine do something for you. The problem though is that
Ethereum actually came from color coins.
Yes, exactly. I mean, Vitalik saw kind of the potential where it was moving and was like, the way that we're doing this right now with this technology is not the best way. We should make an entire platform that does it like that from the start.
Right.
But the problem with smart contracts from my perspective at least is that they're expensive to use most of the time, even though of course easier to do all that kind of stuff. But they're also not that smart. When you try to remove the human element from a context, you have to codify all the rules in advance so that in every eventuality, in every potential setting, that thing can do what you want it to do. And so trying to remove humans from the system altogether ends up creating sometimes more problem than you're actually trying to solve.
Right. So I think just recently somebody used that to scam a lot of people. They actually they put their private key out, and then people started, look, I can rip this guy off. The key, and what it did is it activated a smart contract that in turn stole all their money.
Right.
Do you know? Can you expand on that, or do you know about that?
There are lots of smart people out there trying to make a system do things for them that it's not designed to. But I mean, that's a larger problem in the crypto space in general, that we have not this infrastructure of self-regulation where normal people can figure out, what happens when I do this? Because people don't pay attention that there's a smart contract or what does it do. They don't have the scaffolding. All the other industries that are more physical, more in real world in a sense, already have built up that allow people to safely navigate the space. And so actually there's some people working on that right now. We're trying to make fraud, spam, and scamming a thing of the past by basically providing some overlay of trusted addresses. And this thing is for real. And like the kind of information signaling you need in any economy to be able to trust build up and not have this vision of the trustless everything.
Right.
So actually the vision of a trustless society to me is pretty scary. So that means I can only interact with things through machines rather than through having trust relationships with people.
Some of the things that I know EOS is trying to expand on what Ethereum does. Is this kind of addressed in EOS, or do you know?
I'm not intimately familiar of EOS architecture. I'm aware that they've raised a lot of money that they're now willing to spend and kind of throw at every kind of project they can see. There's always accusations of scams, so I have a hard time evaluating those. And I don't know whether they are, whether they just cloned Ethereum and made it a bit different. But from my perspective, we need to move away from purely transactional logic of blockchains as they stand currently, and more towards a sort of coordination ability that, okay, I can do things like Facebook on blockchain with fundamental transaction logic at its layer won't take off because I don't want to pay for posting. I don't want to pay for reading somebody else's posts or something like that. So we need to have a sort of neutral medium where information can get shared. It cannot be tampered with when it is outside of my computer.
Right.
And then you can have transaction logic on top of it. So you then reward people for doing good things.
What about like with Steemit, where you're actually generating that currency by using it on their platform? That's I mean, that's pretty interesting. I've used Steemit all the time. Everyone says Steemit's a scam, but I've never given Steemit anything. It's only given me
value for creating content. I personally have posted once or twice on it. It's still a mystery to me how I can make all the is supposed to work long term. I'm sure it might be able to work, but I haven't spent the time.
Well, there was a similar model actually. So we post our show on Let's Talk Bitcoin, and Let's Talk Bitcoin created LTB Coin,
right.
Which was on Counterparty. And the idea behind that was you would get coins for watching or listening to the content, or you would get coins for creating the content.
Right.
And the coin had value because it was proof that X number of people were watching or listening to this
right.
content, and that gave basically a proof that that content had value as an advertiser. So to sell your product as an advertiser, everybody knows, okay, this guy's got 15,000 listens
right.
or plays or whatever. So and that's where kind of the coin had value.
Right. I think that's probably a worthwhile model to look into as to real world use cases for
right.
this. I personally believe that the token model for that is the best way to do that, but if it works for them, that's great.
Yeah, I'm partial, of course. We're sponsored by Dash, so
I love Dash.
yeah, the DAO model I really like a lot better,
Yes.
where the collective community actually gets to decide.
This is the thing, though. It's about the community of people
Right.
who are there, and only all the technology stuff that's sort of that everybody focuses on is like the thing that makes the community work better. But
right.
it's more about
so the community itself is the smart. It is the virtual machine.
Yeah, like it has. Yeah, you could call it that. Like it's people coming together, doing a thing that is valuable to all of them, and just using things to make that work for them. So I think that's what we really need to focus on: having functional, healthy communities, and then have the technology serve that, rather than us making us ourselves conform to the technology.
So the community itself is the AI, or whatever,
Right. I'm much more bullish on collective intelligence than I am on artificial intelligence.
So we do a lot of work with the Crypto Show in Mexico, and we're partial to Latin America quite a bit for what we do, because one of our main goals is remittance. So it's something that we're hard at work at in Mexico, and we want to expand into Latin America, and we're going to start in Chile.
Right.
So you've had experience in Chile. Tell me about that, and what is it that you guys are trying to get going there? And is it beyond Chile? Are you focused on Latin America as well?
Well, so the organization that I'm formally associated with is called Exosphe.re, and we've been doing.
Okay.
Yes. Excellent. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of educational work in some entrepreneurial, also cryptocurrency space.
Inner lane.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, he came down to Chile just before the financial crisis in 2008 hit because he saw it coming, and so then he ended up Exosphe.re there. I heard about him in Chile in 2013. Right. One of the very early ones. Interesting. Yeah. There's a bunch of things going on there. It's pretty popular with the libertarian crowd simply because it seems to be a very stable economy and politics quality. And so people who are kind of trying to flee from this economic crisis potential in the world economy and have this sort of libertarian doom and gloom mindset over the future, they seek their refuge there. And so you can find Jeff Berwick there with his Gauls Gulch, which failed unfortunately miserably.
It wasn't fully. I know he was involved in it, but I was actually there to see what was going on, and he wasn't exactly welcome. The guy Ken.
That's what I'm saying. It fell apart.
Yeah, it fell apart. But out of that, the idea, someone else came along, and was living there, Gabriel Shearer, and he had the idea for Fort Gaul, and Fort Gaul actually recently broke ground.
Yeah, I love their project. I'm a huge supporter of them. I met Gabriel at Exosphe.re and more programs. And he's a great example of somebody who's taken sort of siren call for like go and make your own freedom. Went to Chile, went through one of our programs, and then ended up doing this cool thing that has now gathered a community that is not only libertarian, not only sort of this young male thing, like we want to get our proceeds of our productivity thing, but actually people who are interested in building real community. And so that, I think, again, it comes back to bringing those kind of people together, rallying them around a shared goal, and then using stuff that makes it.
I think one of the things he also is interested in is reaching out to the Chileans and everybody, and getting South America involved in cryptocurrencies. So, what about are you focused on any of that?
Well, I lived in Chile for over 2 years. Then we made In Valparaiso.
Oh, in Valparaiso.
Mar, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Or a small subpart of that, Vinyaka, it's called.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Like 200 meters from the beach was our office, which was pretty nice.
Vinyaka.
Yeah, that's right. But then I left Chile along with the other Exosphere crew, went to Brazil, and then that took on life its own. And they went back again to Chile now. And I in that time period, I left Exosphere for some time. I came back now, but I'm doing many other things right now as well. So my focus personally is not a lot on South America, but I am connected very well to people who are both doing it in the cryptocurrency space, biohacking space, so the general human.
As soon as when you said Exosphere, I got it then.
Right.
So what is Exosphere working right now? I mean, do they have any new projects or focuses, or is it pretty much still the same thing? So if you don't know Exosphere, what it is, it's a kind of an entrepreneur's boot camp where you can go and just learn.
By example,
by experiment,
experiment. Like you literally make your own business model or something like that, and put it into action.
Again,
Sort of a hands-on type thing.
Yeah, again, it comes back to both the community aspect. So we tend to, or we work to help people come together, bridge the differences between them, maybe they're political or ethnicity or religion or whatever it is, be able to work with people who are entirely unlike themselves. If you think about designers, marketers, and coders, they don't always speak the same language, and so you need to help them understand to get into the mind space of the other person. That's a big thing. And then the other part is really taking ownership and charge of your own life in all aspects. So that can be entrepreneurial, like creativity, it can be artistic expression, it can be charting your life path with a much more open perspective. But
wasn't there kind of a model where they would break them up into teams and build their own projects and
share with each other? And,
that's right. So the thing started out as 12-week-long programs where it was like all one group and building their own projects, maybe with other people together. Then we went to 8 weeks, shorter. Now we are at 6 weeks, and the model has changed or shifted to where you go there for a specific, what we call stream. So we, for example, learn blockchain programming or AI programming or biohacking or entrepreneurship. And so you have your own little group that you're doing this focused activity on, but then you also share the broader context and sort of core curriculum with all of the other groups that are all learning about psychology, communication, how to speak, how to present yourself, sort of the more soft skills that everybody needs to be able to be successful.
Are there groups of people, coders or whatever, who are involved in this to go down there and teach these things?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
who would we give credit to for doing things like that?
Well, it's been quite a challenge to find people who are willing to go teach, because they are so sought after in the industry that they can command high wages, and so finding people who can teach is really hard. But yeah, we've been able to do that a bit. Now we're thinking about new ways that we can do these kind of things. We're looking at a move to Europe, for example, because Chile is kind of very cut off from a lot of the world. It's very hard for people to get there. But yeah, there's a lot of different plans to work on. Working on some mining stuff as well. And
where can somebody go to find out more about you and what you're working on?
They can just go to my website. It's literally my first and last name, moritzbierling.com. You can find the different projects I'm a part of there.
And it is a weird spelling, so it's Bierling.
Right, I'll just hold that in the camera like this, and you can zoom in. But and then also go to Exosphere if you're interested, which is Exosphe.re, EXOSPHE.re.
Yeah, that's actually, I was
Here's like the domain.
back in 2013. My son, he's right here off camera. I was interested in actually getting him involved, and then we were actually talking about that. So I've known about it for a while, man. Great. It's great to meet you.
My pleasure to talk to you.
Great to hear that it's still going.
It's still going,
All
man.
right.
Peace.